Universal Design Cabinet Renovation by Michelle Marder. The product I chose to modify are upper kitchen cabinets. The reason for this is because the cabinets are too high, meaning they are hard to reach, and they are also very dark at night for people that are pulling them in and out to unload dishes. These modifications that I'm about to tell you would help any individual that has cerebral palsy, suffers from dwarfism, has physical impairments such as they are an amputee and can only maneuver with a wheelchair, and for visual impairments as well. The problem. Individuals that suffer from dwarfism, physical impairments, and visual impairments have trouble accessing higher cabinets for dinnerware and cookware. This problem can be fixed by creating pull-out cabinets with under and interior cabinet lighting in the kitchen to act as cabinet space for plates, bowls, pans, etc. The lighting strips will help the visually impaired individuals know when the cabinet is pulled out. So, the proposed solution would be to lower the upper kitchen cabinets to be more at an eye level for any individual in a wheelchair suffering from physical impairments or cerebral palsy, because they have problems extending their arm to full extension to reach up to grab a plate when they are above eye level. This will also help individuals that are visually impaired, because if under and interior lighting is added to the lower cabinet drawers, the visually impaired individuals can know what they are accessing and when the cabinet is pulled in or out. The lights could be more of a bright color, like bright green or bright yellow, because the visually impaired might see a slight hue of those lights. Final product. Like I said before, for the modified upper kitchen cabinets, an interior lighting strip would be added on the outside top of the cabinet square, and an exterior lighting strip would be added to the top and bottom, and also on the inside. And the cabinets would be lowered to be eye level for anybody who is in a wheelchair, is in between the heights of 4'5" to 4'10", and for people who have issues extending their arm fully out, and for those who are visually impaired as well. The 7 principles of universal design. The first principle is equitable use. Useful for many disabilities such as wheelchair-bound, dwarfism, and visual impairments to access dinnerware and cookware easier. This first principle means that for the modifications that I have created for upper kitchen cabinets would be useful equally for anybody with these disabilities. Second principle, flexibility in use. Accommodates individuals with cerebral palsy, wheelchair-bound, physical impairments, and visual impaired individuals. Simple and intuitive. Simple use and understanding, because the design stays the same from the purpose of cabinets, which is storage. The only change is to make the cabinets accessible from a lower eye level. The drawers will slide, so they will be easier for individuals with low muscle tone as well. The other modification will be to add under cabinet lighting and interior lighting to help those with visual impairments to know when the drawer is open or closed. For the individuals that are suffering from low muscle tone, could be from muscular dystrophy as well. And for the visually impaired, they could also if a bright light is added as the lighting strips for the new cabinet, they would be able to know what they're reaching in to grab, because they would be able to probably make out the shape of the pan, if it's like a small pan, big pan, etc. Last 4 universal principles. Perceptible information. These modifications help all individuals with disabilities by adding lighting strips and easy accessible drawers with a sliding motion instead of pulling. Tolerance to error. These modifications minimize hazards and injuries because it improves seeing ability and lifting. So, for these 2 new modifications for upper cabinet drawers in the kitchen, they should be very understandable, because the whole idea of the cabinets for storage would just be modified, where they would be lowered and a lighting strip would be added. With them being lowered, instead of having to pull them open, with them being drawers, there would be a sliding mechanism. Then with the lighting, you could add bright lights, like I said. For the 6th principle, low physical effort. This design requires no new instructions of how to use the cabinets and requires minimal energy instead of reaching overhead and pulling open a cabinet. This modification could also lower shoulder injuries and neck injuries, because most people tend to, when they're lifting overhead, they tend to strain their neck, because I've done it even. And the last principle would be size and space approach for use. This design will work great in the kitchen because the cabinets will act as drawers by design, but include an interior lighting strip that goes around on the inside and an exterior lighting strip that goes around on the outside of the cabinet drawers. So the size would not be changed at all for the cabinets, unless the person modifying these would need a bigger cabinet than they could. And the space could be increased or decreased if they decided to change the sizing, but that's a personal preference. So, conclusion. Normal cabinets require too much stress on lower and upper extremity muscles and joints, from reaching overhead and lifting heavy dinnerware and cookware to eye level for use. Modifying kitchen cabinets to be lowered and slide out as drawers will help individuals with physical impairments by making them more accessible. Adding lower and interior cabinet ambient lighting will help visually impaired individuals to improve their ability to see where the cabinet is and what is in the cabinet. Thank you.